Right, let's have a look at this mechanical assembly drawing. They've shown that they've given the exploded isometric drawing. That's the Bible to doing this whole thing. It shows which parts go and get assembled together in which order. And then they've given you the orthographic views. You'll see that they've got a front view and a top view, front view, top view, front view, top view, front view, top view, front view, top view of all of these things, except for this little grub screw where they gave you a front view and a left view over here of that grub screw. They've obviously top view, front view, top view, front view over there, and the instructions, they say that it must be done on page 7, so make sure that you're doing it on page 7. It says draw to a scale 2:1. Now that's really important. You'll note that I have converted all of those measurements to a scale 2:1. Okay, so your M24 is going to be an M48. Your 44 is going to be an 88 diameter. Obviously, that 44 diameter is going to be a radius now of 44 to get the 88 diameter. Right, moving through this thing, it says draw a sectional front view on the cutting plane AA. There's cutting plane AA. And they are wanting you to draw the front view as a section. Okay, that's very important. So basically all of these components that you're seeing as front views, that's what you're going to see, except that they're going to be cut through. Okay, the cutting plane passes through the vertical line of the assembly shown on that. Okay, obviously you're drawing according to the SANS code of drafting practice, and it says over here, note 3 faces of the M24 nut must be drawn. So if you look at it, you can see the 3 faces over there, and you're going to be drawing a nut which is going to have 3 faces on it. I'm going to talk to you about that nut later on, about these little bottom curves and whether we draw them or not. They ask that you don't do any hidden detail. Right, moving on. I'm going to start out and I'm going to draw a center line down the center of the page. I know that I will definitely have my drawing fitting on long dash, short dash, 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 long dash. Okay, that gives me that. I'm going to start out by drawing a little construction line coming across the base over here. I'm just using a colored pencil. Please sharpen these colored pencils before you start so that they are a little bit more accurate. So I'm going to do that quickly for myself. There we go. Okay. My first little line going across there, and that is going to be the base of this component. I would normally have started with the shaft and then built onto it. But in this case, I'm going to draw the base just to give me the distances that I need in order to insert the shaft, giving myself a bit of a gap over here. Right, moving on. It says that I need a 9mm gap and a 19mm gap. Okay, so I've converted that, and that would be 18 millimeters, measuring with a pair of dividers. Mark that off over there, and then go 38 millimeters up. 38 millimeters going up from there up to there, and I'm going to draw in 2 construction lines using my nicely sharpened up colored pencil. You may use colored pencils, it just helps as long as you are working with nice sharp colored pencils. Right, over here you'll see that I have got a diameter going out to that point over there. If I link that up with what's going on over here, you'll see that that circle that I've got in over there links up with these edges over here, which links up with that and that. So I've got a diameter of 32, which is converted to 64. A radius of 32 then is what I need, a radius of 32 millimeters. I'm going to come in over here, mark that off on that side, and mark that off on that side. Okay, and then 192, distance from there to there, that would be 96 on either side, 96 millimeters on either side, measuring that off, going all the way out there, 96 on that side, and 96 on that side. Right, once we've got that in place, Let's just check that. That is definitely correct. 96, 96. And just check again. That is correct. Right. Okay, I'm going to come in over here and I'm going to draw in with a nice 0.7 pencil. Line coming down over here. You can use 0.5 or 0.7 for doing these outlines. There we go. I've got a little line that's going to come down over here, and a little line that's going to come down over there. Let's finish off the base over here, across, that coming across. Right. I need to figure out this story over here. It says that this is a diameter of 54, so a diameter of 108, a radius of 54, radius of 54, coming in over here, knock that in, and I can draw a line coming down over here, and a line coming down over here, and I'm going to draw a line coming across to there, and draw a line coming across to there. Right, okay, once I've got that in place, I now look at this diameter inside of this thing. It is 24 millimeter diameter, which is a 48, radius of 24 then, coming over here, measure off 24 there, drop a line coming down over here, there we go, and finish that off over there and over there. Right, I also have this little hole which is going through here, so I must just be a little bit careful about how I go about doing the hatching. I've got a little grub screw which is going to go in there. Let's draw that grub screw. That is going to go into the shaft. Let's just have a look at this. You can see that it is 15 millimeters up from there, and that's actually going to give me the indication as to where the shaft lies. Right, okay, let's go over here, let's get my shaft in place, and that will give me where I get that, that story over there. Right, let's draw that shaft in. I can actually draw a line going all the way across there, and it goes 4 millimeters down, which is 8 millimeters. Let's measure off 8 millimeters down on here, mark that off, draw a line coming across. This is 32, and that is also 32, so I can draw a line coming straight the way across over here. Okay. I then need to measure up that 15 millimeters to get that center line. Measure up that 15 millimeters, which is 30. Okay, 30 millimeters coming up over here. Note, I'm marking on that center line. It just helps me to figure out where things are, and I can now draw in a center line over here. Long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash, long dash. Okay, once I've got that in place, I'm going to take my circle stencil, and it says that this little grub screw has a diameter of M9. That is an 18 millimeter circle that I need. There's my 18 millimeter. I'm going to take my pencil, do a little construction line on that side, little construction line on that side, and I can draw in a line coming across over here. I'm just going to do a construction line first, just a construction line over there, and I can now take my 30-degree set square, draw a line coming at 30 degrees coming down there, and 30 degrees going over here. All right, the next thing to do is to try and figure out what the thread is on this M9, okay? It's an M18 now, okay, which is really, really important. The thread for that, I need a calculator to do that little calculation. I multiply the M18 by 0.1, okay? And that is going to give me 1.8 millimeters. 1.8 multiplied by 2 is going to give me, that's going to give me 3.6. Okay. Once I've got that 3.6, I'm then going to say, all right, 18 minus that 3.6, and that gives me 14.4 equals 14.4. Right. Okay, that's close enough to 14, so I'm going to take my circle stencil again with my 14 on it. Okay, place that over there, take your construction line, little arc on that side and that side of the circle, of the center line, and I now have lines that I can use for my thread. So here I go. I'm just going to draw a construction line there and a construction line there. Note, I've done these as construction lines because there's quite a bit that I need to make clear over here. It says that I've got 24 millimeters or 12 millimeters, which gets converted to 24 millimeters over there. Measuring off 24 as fast as I can. Come in over here and I mark off that 24. Now, that gives me the back of this, which I can use. And I'm going to draw in, first of all, a dark 0.5 line or 0.7 line going over there and over there. Then I swap my pencil to a 0.3 pencil. There we go, 0.3, and I draw a 0.3 line over there and a 0.3 line over here. Okay, that represents the hole which has been threaded. I now take my 0.3 line and I draw over there and over there, showing the thread. And then I take my 0.7 line and I draw a dark line going over there and over there. Right, once I've got that in place, I need to draw this little slot in here. It says that I've got a slot of 2 by 2, okay, which is 4 by 4. How do I go about doing that? I'm going to take my my 4mm circle stencil and I'm going to pop it in over there, and I'm going to just draw a little circle going around like that. Once I've got that in place, I can then draw in some construction lines just to start with. There and there and there. And then once I've done that, I can then fix that up and draw in a nice dark little slot over here going around there. And that little circle will give me that perfect 4x4 slot which I need for the grub screw. Right, there we go. There's my grub screw done. And once I've done that, I can now come up to the top over here and I can draw a line going across over there, up to that point over there, across over there to that point over there, and I'm going to do the hatching while I'm busy with this part. I'm going to take my 0.3 pencil and I'm going to draw nice, fairly widely spaced hatching going across here, and you'll see that you can actually draw quite quickly. Note how I'm holding the pencil. Note how dark the lines are. They are dark lines, but they are not super, super dark lines. They normally call them a B-type line. Okay. I'm just hatching the bracket part of this thing. Okay, I want you to watch the hatching very carefully as I move over here. That I needed to do a little bit there. This one over here, I'm going up to the edge of the bolt. I'm not going into the thread. I'm going up to the edge of the bolt. I'm not going into the thread. I'm going up to the edge of the bolt. I'm not going into the thread. I'm going there, through the thread over there because I'm going up to the edge of the hole, and I'm going up to the edge of the bolt over there. Going up here, through the thread over there, from the edge of the bolt. Going up here, going up to the edge of the bolt. Going up there, through the thread up to the edge of the hole. And we can continue over there. There we go. And last little piece there. Right. Note the hatching. The hatching goes up to the edge of the bolt over here, but then it starts going through the thread up to the edge of the hole. Up to the edge of the bolt, through the thread to the edge of the hole. Right. Okay, once I've done that, let's continue with the shaft over here. I'm going to measure up to the top of this thing. It says that it is 164 millimeters, measuring off 164 millimeters. Okay, let's just try down here, 164. There we go. Okay, measuring off with my pair of dividers. Make a little nick over there at the top, and I can now, okay, so I've got that 164, that's the construction line that I'm going to draw over here. That is the very top of this thing, okay, and my shaft is going to go all the way up to that point over there, all the way up there. Note the construction line. Construction line all the way up there. Right, that is basically where this whole drawing is going to end. I'm now going to start working my way down over here, and then we should have everything in place. Okay, let's have a look. I've got this shaft going through. The next thing that is going around this shaft is this bush over here. Okay, so let's look at that bush. It says that it is 74 millimeters in height, okay, or 34 millimeters. So 74 millimeters over there, 74, measure that off, go to the center line, measure off 74, and draw a little construction line going across there. Okay, and it says that the base of it is going to be 66 millimeters down from there, so measure 66 millimeters coming down from the top of the bush, coming to that point over there. Do another little construction line. Okay, once you've done that, then you look at the diameters. It says that it is diameter 64 at the top over there, so I'm going to take my compasses or pair of dividers, and I'm just going to measure off the 32 radius, go in over here, measure off 32 radius on that side, 32 radius on that side. I can drop a line coming down over here with my nice dark pencil. There we go, coming down to there and coming down to there. And once I've got that, I then look at the bottom of this bush, and it says that the diameter there is 42 millimeters. Okay, so 42 millimeters. That would be a sorry, let's just have a look at that. That would be, sorry, 42. So I need to take my pair of compasses, set them to 42. Okay, and that will give me a diameter of 84. Okay, coming over here, 42 millimeters on that, 42 on that. And I can now draw in a line coming down over there, and a line coming down over there. All right, I just need to change that. This is meant to be 84 over there, not 44. Right, once I've got that in place, I'm going to draw a line going across over there, and across over there. Okay, oh, no, lost it. That's meant to go across over there. Let's just rub that part out. It's working too quickly over here. Okay, note, I rubbed out that little corner. Go back, repair that corner as fast as you can. Line coming down over there, go up over there, and draw that in so that it looks beautiful. Okay, you'll see that it's got that shaft running in the inside of this thing. There's your 24, so that accommodates for that shaft. I've still got my construction lines going up over there. I am going to draw a little line coming across over here and over here. Right, what goes on onto that bush is this this pulley over here, you'll see that it's got that diameter of 32, which links up with the 32 diameter on the bush. So I now need to measure out 54 millimeters on either side, which gives me the diameter of 108. So I measure off 54, take this, I'm measuring with my pair of compasses, 54, coming over here, and I'm going to measure off 54 on that side, 54 on that side, and I can now drop a construction line coming down over here, 54 millimeters on that side, 54 millimeters on that side. Right, once I've got that, I now need to measure 33 millimeters up. Okay, so I now measure 33 millimeters. 33 millimeters going up, let's just see. 33, that would be 66 millimeters going up. Over here, 66 millimeters. 66 millimeters going up from this base over here. Okay, so that goes right up to there. So I've already got that line going across. That's great. Okay, once I've got that, I now need to measure out these diameters over here. It says that I've got a diameter of 158, which turns to a diameter of 316. So I'm going to measure off 158. My pair of compasses. Measuring 158. 158. There we go. Come in over here. Just do a little arc on that side. Do a little arc on that side. Okay, that's my 158. And I'm just going to draw some construction lines, making tangents to that arc over there. Right, there. And over here. Right, there we go. I now have the external diameter of 158. I'm now going to look at getting the internal diameter for that little part in there, and that is 143, diameter of 286. So 143 is what I'm needing. Measuring off with my pair of compasses, 143. 143 over there, and I'm now going to mark that off on either side over here. Go into that center over there, mark off 143 and 143 over there. Drawing some construction lines coming down over here. Construction line coming down, tangent to that. Construction line coming down, tangent to that. Right, once I've got that in place, I'm just going to do that slightly better. There we go, okay. Once we've got that in place, I need to figure out this little story over here. I need to measure up 45 millimeters to the top of this thing. Right, so let's measure that 45 millimeters, which is 90. Okay, so measuring 90 millimeters. 90 millimeters. Going over here to the base of the bush over there. And there we go, that is the top of that pulley that we're needing. I'm going to take this line coming across over here. Just a nice construction line coming across from the top over there. Okay, once I've got that in place, I then need to start looking at doing the detail on this pulley over here. It says that I've got this 6 millimeter gap. And this is 24, so I need to measure down 24. That would be 48 millimeters coming down. 48 millimeters coming down over there. Let's do that. 48 millimeters. Let's just come in over here. Get that 48 marked off. 48 millimeters coming down over here. Okay. Take that across over here. Right, 48 millimeters coming down. I'm just checking myself. That was my 90 20 over there, that gives me that is correct. Okay, I've got a 15 millimeter gap over here. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm first of all just going to find the center to this, which will help me tremendously. I'm just going to come in over here. Let's draw a 45-degree line there, and a 45-degree line over there, and draw a line coming across the center. Okay, that basically gives me a line going across the center over here. I can then say, all right, I've got this 15 millimeter gap over here, which would be a 30 millimeter gap. I'm going to be able to measure off 15 on either side, okay, which gives me 30 millimeters. I can take my circle stencil. Let's get the 30 millimeter lined up over here, and I'm going to just draw a little construction line arc on that side, a little construction line arc on that side, and that will give me a point to which I can draw a little line over there. Let's just get my pencil. So a construction line coming across there, a construction line coming across there. Right, it then says that I have got a 6 millimeter gap in over here. That would be 12 millimeters. Okay, so I need a 12 millimeter diameter over here. Let's go over here, make little arcs on either side there, and I can draw some lines coming across over there and over there. Right, once I've got that in place, I can now start drawing in all the detail that we need on this. I have got a line which is going to come down over there and over there. I've got a line which is going to come across from there to there, a line that's going to come across from there to there, funny angle. Same story over here, line that's coming down over there and over there, a line that's coming across at this funny angle from there to there and from there to there. And I can now have a look-see at this. It then goes back for a distance to this inside ring over here. That inside ring, they have not given you that dimension just yet. It says that I need to move back 13 millimeters over there. All right, so let's go back that 13 millimeters to start with. 13 millimeters. Let's just take that. That's 13 millimeters going back over here and 13 millimeters going back over there. Right, just going to draw a construction line coming down over here and over here. Right, once I've got that 13 in place, that gives me the edges that I can draw in quite quickly over here. Line going across there, a line going across there, over here, line coming to there, and a line coming across to there. Right, once that's in place, I need to just figure out what's going on over here. That needs to go up to that point over there, and I don't seem to have that distance over there, which is a real pain. Right, just trying to figure out if they've given us any dimensions or anything that's going to help us to get that that diameter over there. Right. All right, I just realized that I made a mistake over here. That 13 is not meant to be 13, it's meant to be 26. So let's just change that quickly into a 26 millimeters from that corner over there to there, and from that corner over there to there. Once I've got that in place, I must just draw a little construction line coming up over here, and a little construction line going up over here. And then I can just extend those lines out to get my 26 in place. 26 millimeters going out to there, out to there. Take that up here, draw that out to there, and draw that out to there. Right, once you've got that in place, the next thing is to measure off to find that little arc going up there. It's not at a funny, like a 60-degree or 30-degree angle. We need to get this diameter over here, and that diameter is this 122 changed to a 244. The radius would be 122, so I'm going to take my pair of dividers, set that to 122, and I'm going to come in over here, mark that off over there, and turn it around and mark it off over there. Once I've got that in place, I can take a construction line going up over here. Just a construction line, let's just get that in place. Right, there we go, construction line there, and another construction line over there, which is going to be linking up at that point, and that point, and that point, and that point. Let's just get a nice construction line coming across over here. There we go, and once I've got that, I can now draw a line coming down over here. There we go. Let's draw a line going up over here. Let's go over here. Draw a line there, and draw a line over there. Okay, once we've got that in place, I can now start looking at drawing the washers and the bolts and all sorts of stuff over here. After I have got this story coming down to the edge of this thing. Okay, so that's 54. I just need to make sure that I've got that in place. That would be coming down from here down to that 54 measurement that I have over there. Line coming down over there, and a line coming down to the 54 measurement over here. Right, there we go, that coming all the way down over there. I can then draw in a line going up over here, and a line going from here, from that point up to that point over there, and a line going from the 54 millimeter story over here up to that point over there. So there we go. It's going up to there. Okay, once I've got that in place, draw a line coming down over here. Okay, and draw a line going across over there. Now, some of you are probably saying, hey, but shouldn't that be hatched? No, because it is a sort of spoke on this thing, so we're not going to be hatching that part. It's only going to be this part over here that we hatch, and I just need to fix that up over there and fix that up over there. Right, okay, let's get on and do top of this story over here. That's including the washer and the nut that needs to go on top of that. Right, once we've got that, let's have a look at the next piece. Okay, we've now drawn out that section. I need to just look at this. I've got a line which is going to go over there and over there, because this thing is circular. It's going around the back, and you're going to be able to see that edge at that corner. Right, we'll have that same story over there. We're going to have a line over there and over there, but I need to draw in this story over here. Right, once we've got that, I'm going to be drawing a washer. It says that I've got a 3mm washer. That's 6mm that I need. So I measure off 6mm quickly over here. Mark that off over there. Draw a construction line coming across over here. And I need to get the diameter of that washer. It says that its diameter 24, changes to 48. It's a radius of 24mm, so measure of 24mm quickly. Place that over here, mark that off over there, and mark that off over there. Gives you that 48 diameter. Check that. Yep, that is correct. Okay. Put that in place. So I just need to check that again. Sorry, that's the internal diameter. I'm needing the external diameter. That is 44, a radius of 44 giving me a diameter of 88. That makes more sense. Right, there we go. And there we go. Right, so we've got the washer over here and over here. That makes more sense. Take the line coming across over here to get me my washer in place. Okay, once I've got that in place, I now need to draw in this bolt. Not the bolt, the nut. Now we've got to this part where I need to draw the nut, which needs to go on top of this. Before I can do that, I need to draw an auxiliary view of this M48 nut. To do that, I do a little calculation. I say 48 multiplied by 1.5, which gives you a diameter of 72. 72 divided by 2 is 36 millimeters. So I'm going to take my ruler over here, a measure of 36 millimeters. Okay, 36 millimeters. There we go. Just check that. That is 36 millimeters. I'm going to come up over here, make a little mark there so I can see where the center of this is. Just draw a little arc coming around like that. A nice little construction line. This can all be done in construction lines, as it's not going to really be part of the main drawing. Once I've got that, I then take tangents to that to get the size of the nut. All right, so there's a tangent over there, a tangent going across there. I'll darken this up a little bit using some colored pencils, and a tangent going over there. Right, once we've got that, I'm just going to darken that with a colored pencil. There we go. Sorry, let's just get that tangent in the right place. Tangent over there, a tangent over here, and a tangent going across here, giving me all the information that I need for my nut. Right, I'm going to drop that down into my drawing over here. Just a construction line coming down over there, a construction line coming down over here, a construction line coming down over here, and a construction line coming down over there. Right, once I've got those construction lines, I now say, all right, what is the height of it? It says that I need 30 millimeters, so I'm going to measure off 30 millimeters quickly. 30 millimeters, go in over here, mark that off on the center line, and I can now draw a line coming across over here at 30 millimeters. Right, this is where it gets really entertaining, so that we can get those little arcs in place. Remember, we are doing it according to convention, which means we only need to do the top part of the nut, not the whole thing. I'm going to take this brown pencil over here to draw these construction lines from that corner over there, coming all the way down to the center line. That's a construction line there. Construction line going from that corner over there down to the center line over there. I then come in to note that corner over there, take that from there down to there, and taking it from, you see that corner over there, drop that in over there. Once I've got that in place, I can then take my pair of compasses, and I'm going to draw in a nice big arc over here, there, from there to there, drawing that around nice and accurately and nice and dark. Let's just draw that in beautifully. Right, once you've got that, take your pair of compasses, stab it in there, take it from the top over here, and draw a nice little arc coming around like that. And go in over there, same story, take it to the top there, draw a nice little arc coming around like that. And once that's done, take your set square, and you are going to draw in a 30-degree line going over there as a tangent, a 30-degree line over here as a tangent, finish it off at the top with a nice line going across the top over there, and you are going to drop lines coming down from there, and from there, and from there. Right, and from there as well. Right, okay, there's the nut done. The last thing that we need to do is to get the thread. Okay, you can see that I've got thread on this, this bolt part that's coming through, and it's an M48. I multiply that by 0.1, which gives me 4.8. I add 4.8 because of the 4.8 on this side, and 4.8 because there's a 4.8 on that side. That gives me 9.6. I take that 9.6 away from the 48, and that gives me a diameter of 38.4. So a diameter of 38, okay, 38, and we just find the radius. That would be a radius of 19. I'm going to get a radius here of 19 millimeters. Coming over here, let's just mark it off over here. If you look at it, there is the radius of 19 millimeters, okay? And obviously, I've already got the shaft size over here going all the way through, so it's literally just that thread part that I've got over there. So I've got my shaft, and I've now got my thread. So I'm going to drop thread lines coming down. Just a construction line coming down there, a construction line coming down over there, and now I can figure out all the detail for the thread. I take my 45-degree set square and I come up to the top over here. I'm going to draw a line going across the top of this. Let's just get a pencil quickly, and there's the very top of this thing which I marked out earlier, and I take that across from where the thread is. That brown, those two lines coming down there is where my thread is. I'm going to take a 45-degree line coming down to where the outside of the shaft is, over there and over there. Take a nice dark line coming across over here. Right, I can now draw lines coming all the way down there, goes through to here, drops all the way down to there, goes down to there, and continues going all the way down to there. Right, once I've done that, I just need to finish off the thread. You can see the thread coming through over here, and it also has a distance, so it says 25, that would be 50 millimeters down. So I need to measure 50 millimeters over here, go to the top over here, mark that off over there. I draw a nice dark 0.5 line going across over here, all the way across there. It's a 0.5 line. I then pick up my 0.3 pencil and I draw in the thread with my 0.3. There is a 0.3 line coming down there, 0.3 line coming down to that line that I just drew, a 0.3 line coming down there, a 0.3 line coming down to that line that I just drew, and I then take my 30-degree set square, 60 degree, and I draw an angle over here at 60 degrees with my 0.3 pencil again, and over here, the 0.3 pencil going to there. Right, once you've got that, you have basically completed everything on the drawing except for the hatching, which we still need to do. I need to hatch. Let's just start over here. Going to hatch across here. That part over there. I'm not hatching the spokes because according to convention we don't hatch those. It's this pulley part of it. There's the hatching done there. Okay, and come across to this side, do the hatching over here. Getting the hatching nice and even with the scribed line on my set square. There we go. Okay, and once I've done that, I just need to do this part over here. I just need to fill in a line coming across here, which I haven't got yet. There we go. Let's draw that in. And I need to do the hatching over here with the 0.3 pencil again. That can be done like that. Going across over here. You can see that I'm beginning to get lines going on both sides here. There we go. That part over there needs to be hatched as fast as I can. And then we need to hatch the bush after I've done that. Note the shaft does not get hatched. The spokes do not get hatched. The nut does not get hatched. The washer does not get hatched. Okay, right, this bush. Now, I've got those lines going in that direction, so I need to change the direction of this and do lines coming in this direction for this story. To show the different parts, you just have the hatching going in the opposite directions. Almost done. The hatching over here. Almost done. There we go. That's it. Right, okay, once that's done, I need to do a part section over here and just do the hatching in here. Up to the edge of that hole. There we go, that's done, and I think that everything is complete except for these lines over here, which I still need to do. Line going across over here, up to the bolt, going across all the way to there. That's that story, and this line over here going across to the bolt, and then across to that corner over there. Right, that's everything done on that drawing.